All right, guys, we should be live. We should be live now. Let's see. Thumbnails are right. Description is good. Man, I don't do mornings. Mornings for me are like going into a job. And it's sometimes hard to focus in the mornings. So let's see the thumbnail today. Manipulation, okay? So manipulation's the thumbnail today. Let's make sure our description's good. We're good, yeah. So New York, obviously we know that New York is manipulation. It is very easy to tell what New York is going to do for the most part. New York is always pulling the strings, essentially. Are we even? Okay, we're live. Okay, sorry guys. Sometimes my software does not work, and that is not my. I can't do anything. If I click it, sometimes it says connecting, not connecting. So ultimately, I want this live to start at 9, but sometimes it doesn't because I'm streaming to 4 different platforms. Good morning, Thomas. How you doing? How do I feel, old man? I don't know. I feel weird. Okay, I feel really weird. I feel like, yeah, being 30 is weird. I'm telling you guys right now, being 30 is weird. Something is weird about it. I don't know. Now I'm shorting. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of lowdown here in the morning. I'm shorting. Is anybody shorting or longing this market right now? I'm in stacks. Okay, we're still in stacks, guys, and we're about to drop. So I figured out why stacks has not been dropping, and I'm going to tell you guys why. But Thomas, how you doing? Shadani, good morning. Justin, good morning. Tips, let's go. Steven, Joey. All right, guys, top of the morning into the first hour of the New York Open. So yeah, back to what I said, guys. I am feeling weird about turning 30. Why? Because it's a new decade. It's a new era. It's 10 years later. Anyways, let's get back to the crypto live, okay? So good morning. Thank you all for coming by and watching the live. If I'm not live for whatever reason, guys, around 9 o'clock, it is because my streaming software. All right. We're going to go to Bitcoin for a moment, but if you guys aren't stacks, I am going to show you this thing is about to dump like bricks. So the first thing. So guys, when you're looking at TA, a lot of people are like, well, this potential trade is not dropping, or this potential trade is not pumping, or whatever it is, right? i.e. in the case of stacks. Now, what you guys can see is, and this is actually a bit of a learning lesson for me, because want to short, but I think the market is going to pump and do a fake out first. We already had the fake out. So if you guys look right here on Bitcoin, I'm going to get to stacks in a moment here, but I'm shorting everything to the ground, kind of. If you look at the market open, guys, our first manipulation candle right here, we took out the Tokyo high already. Really? So now New York is going to distribute to the downside through accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Yesterday, Tokyo ranged. We all know Tokyo is in a range. The other thing is, remember I told you guys about this trend line right here? Hit that like button, guys. Let's run it up, okay? We still have a bit more ways down to about 95.2. Now, do I think Bitcoin is going to hold 95.2? No, I don't. And the reason I don't is because you have insane bearish divergence come into play. So if you look at your channel from the breakout, remember we're aiming for 100K, but once the trend breaks, we got to relook at the trend. So now what I'm looking at is around 91.3 and then continuation of the uptrend. I don't see Bitcoin. You know what? Anything's possible here, but Bitcoin is breaking the 50. Bitcoin is breaking the 50 on our RSI. And you can see we're going down on our MACD. And I'm going to get to that MACD in a moment because I figured out why stacks didn't drop. Everybody's waiting for this coin to drop and it didn't drop. And I actually figured it out why. So essentially here, you have bearish dive even on your 18-hour time frame. Now, there's a lot of support here on Bitcoin. So it's very, very hard to short into strength. However, if you break this 50, you are coming down to this region right here around that 94. This is the trend. So if you're looking for a short and we break 95-ish, 95 area, guys, we are coming all the way back down to 91K. Around that region right there. Jeff Mina, how we doing? Thank you guys all for popping in the morning. Stephen, PC, Surgeon, T, CJ, DV, Overtaker, Ali, 634, I'm shorting stacks, and BTC. So why hasn't this trade dropped? We've been talking about it for a week, and it hasn't really done anything, and now it's starting to kind of come down. And the reason for this is because your MACD. So, well, it's not just your MACD. Ultimately, it's in a downtrend too, right? So you can see hit the top, downtrend, about to drop. But when your MACD, and this is a really good learning lesson, guys, and the 50, when your MACD crosses to the downside after a pump, all it means is that the momentum is shifting to the downside, okay? Momentum is shifting to the downside. It doesn't mean we're necessarily going to drop. Okay, we're coming down, right? So it doesn't mean we're necessarily going to drop, guys. All it means is momentum is pushing down to the downside, which means that you're going to have a bit of a pump and a bit of a range and a bit of a pump and a bit of a dump. But when you get into the zero line, like it is about to do right here, that is when you're bearish or you're bullish. Good morning, Tim. How you doing today, brother? So that is when you're bearish or bullish, guys, when you get into the zero line. So again, Bitcoin is bearish right now, kind of, maybe a bit. But ultimately, if we are at the bottom of that trend at 91, or wherever it is, and Bitcoin is still above this zero line, all it is a retrace. The reason I'm pointing out the MACD to you guys is a lot of us look at the MACD, oh, the MACD is crossed. Okay, now let's short. Or, oh, the MACD is crossed. Now let's long. But that doesn't really mean anything. It needs to break the zero line. And ultimately, if you look at stacks, it has done... Well, it is about to do that. This 3 days is about to close, and this thing is absolutely about to dump like bricks. You back tested your 50 here once, pretty much twice, and now it is officially coming down. And you can see it is coming down, right? Really coming down. So if we get into a zero line on the 4 hour, guys, momentum is going to shift to the downside, and we're about to break that zero line. So if you're impatient, don't be impatient. This thing is about to really roll over here after the 3 day. Okay, so if we look at the 3 day time frame, now you can see we have 8 hours left on the 3 day time frame, and we are really about to pop off here to the downside. So even here, right here, you can see the 3 day crossed on it, but it never broke the zero line. So ultimately, guys, when you are looking at the MACD, make sure it breaks the zero line. Sure, we could have bullish momentum and bearish momentum and all of this stuff, but we know Bitcoin's very, very bullish, and we know Bitcoin's going for a retrace. So make sure you guys are looking at that, okay, when you guys are trading. Because if that MACD is above the 0 line and you're following the MACD, you're probably going to have a bit more range momentum. IXCO, good morning. James, good morning. Nice seeing you on the live again, guys. So we got the New York session at 9 a.m., but if I don't do my live at 9 a.m., it is because my streaming software is not connecting. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Can't really do anything about it. So within the first 15 minutes, I'll probably post it on beastlimitless.com, right? So we have a 4-hour candle coming up, guys. We have some momentum to the downside with New York manipulating, taking out the Tokyo high. And now you can just see. So this 4-hour right here is pretty much what I'm looking at bouncing off of. And that would be about that 90. Yeah, that would be about 91 to about 90,005-ish in that region. You can see how much bearish divergence Bitcoin has at the moment, but you're going to also see Bitcoin popping up a lot. And the reason being is, guys, look at this fair value gap, right? You've got too many fair value gaps here for Bitcoin to just straight dump. But if it does break this channel, it's going to drop. So if you're not in a Bitcoin short, don't get into a Bitcoin short yet. Wait for Bitcoin to break said trend around 95.4, and then we'll come all the way back down. Okay. How about Aave, guys? Now, Aave's been my top trade. I don't know if it broke the channel yet. Okay, so Aave's, yeah, so Aave wicked up to back to 178. See, Aave is a great trade. If you guys could play Aave over and over and over again, I really recommend it. If we're looking at Aave, we're in that channel. Again, 4-hour MACD is very bearish on the Aave. Yeah, everything's Aave kind of has the Batman here too, if you look at it. For those of you that don't know what the Batman pattern is, here's the Batman pattern. But it looks like Aave is going to drop a lot. So same thing. Aave is a bit more bullish than Stacks, but essentially once we break out of right here, guys, Aave will drop very, very hard. So Aave and Stacks are my top trades, and I would play this out all day, all day, all day. Who is still holding that Stacks short, guys? Because we're getting very close to come toppling over. Very, very close. You might have a bit more range momentum. So you can kind of see here Bitcoin is oversold at the bottom of the trend line. So if you guys are shorting, be very, very cautious. Now we're hitting the bottom of that trend line, right? Okay, let's go look at Total 3. Total 3 is going to be very, very important right now for altcoins if you're trading them, because Total 3 has been ranging for the whole time. Total 3 is not doing anything, zero, nada, right? So if I'm looking at Total 3, we hit that top. Remember what I said, guys. We hit the top. We have a rising wedge right here. And now you're looking at Total 3 rolling over to the bottom here, which is about 856. I don't see altcoins being as bullish as they looked. And I said this the other day when I was talking about Bitcoin, guys. I don't see altcoins being as bullish until we do get to the bottom around 855 because you are playing out that channel. So around 855 is where I'd be longing altcoins. Okay. Why? Because we broke out. Keep in mind, guys, we broke out. We're in an uptrend. We're not bearish by any means in the long stretch. Not right now. Okay. But what we are is we're bearish in the shorter term. Why are we bearish in the shorter term? Because we are looking for a retrace. So you can see the rising wedge played out. We have a low right here. We have a low right here. We have a low right here. And then, boom, right there, 855. And that would be my entry. Or you could wait for the breakout. But 855 should be fine. If you break 855 on total 3, then we've got a larger problem, and we will look at that problem and deal with it when it happens. All right? Hit that like button, guys. Let's run up the YouTube live right now. We got 30 minutes roughly left on this 4-hour close. I have a feeling I'm just going to see a massive red candle on stacks very, very shortly. IP storage story not recovering. So this market is kind of very predictable right now. Just make sure you guys are very cautious in that area, right? So yeah, IP is going to come all the way down to the trend line here around 217. This would have been a dynamite short. But I didn't want to chase it. Actually, you could probably short IP right now, to be honest. This market is really, really easy to read, guys, if you follow AMD. New York manipulation today was written on our bingo card. Now we are dropping. Now we are coming down. Right? So essentially, once we're overbought on IP, guys, this is dropping all the way down to 211. I'd be getting in a low leverage IP short if it breaks right here, your 800 SMA. Look at that sell volume, just ranging from 90 whatever to 96, and then one big sell candle. Yeah, IP is going to drop a lot. I could see this dropping all the way back down to here, but it's very, very hard to chase it right here. However, it's not really chasing it because you're rejecting the conversion line. So this is going to drop pretty hard. And as long as it is below the conversion line, you're good to short. Manage your leverage, but this thing is going to come down like bricks. So we had a little bit of a stop hunt in the market, guys. Holy, stacks is starting to drop. I said I'm going to see a big candle here soon. Yeah, so we're definitely coming down like bricks, guys, in the market. But the reason being is because we pumped very, very hard. Green, 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 right? Essentially, I can see IP dropping all the way down to 179. But in the shorter term, I would say 209. So yeah, dynamite short, almost overbought here. As long as it doesn't break 274, you guys are kosher. Ride it to the ground. Again, we're still coming close to the bottom of that trend on BTC. We haven't broken yet. I think we will break. Hit that like button, guys. Welcome to the New York session live. If you're new to the channel, let me know in the comments section below. We will have a London live for you guys tonight at 1 a.m. No Tokyo live today, guys. London at 1 a.m. See, I'm loving this price action, guys, because we're just really following AMD, which is beautiful. If you guys don't know AMD, I'll go over it on our training session in February. We're doing a massive training. Okay, so nothing is really happening for the most part here. Nothing is really happening for the most part. All Bitcoin is doing is, or not Bitcoin, all the altcoins are doing a retracing of it. You're going to notice a lot of altcoins range at the breakout area. There you go. So Solana, once again. All right, so let's see what Solana is doing here. Double top after double top after double top. There you go. So you have a little bit of an uptrend here on Sol at about 140. If you break 140, you come all the way down to about 132. The market is going to try to fake a lot of people out right now, and I'm telling you guys, a lot of people are probably going long. A lot of people are going short. But we are following AMD. We are following manipulation into the New York session, and as long as we continue down here, we're going to come down. Now, Bitcoin does need to break that uptrend. I personally feel like we're about to drop like bricks, and 91K is coming up, but we're hitting the bottom of the trend. And one of the reason I feel like we're about to come to 91K, guys, is because you're just playing out the channel, right? So you hit the top. There we go. So you hit the top. What do? You're in an uptrend. Well, after you hit the top, you're probably going to hit the bottom. And you're going to do this on Bitcoin. I will say, if we do end up coming down to that 91, if you're shorting right here, you're playing with fire. Because again, guys, Bitcoin did break out. So my long on the market is going to be down here around 91K. That is where I'm longing, personally myself. Yes, we have a conversion line right here, but conversion lines are meant to be broken. Ultimately, we do have this macro channel too on Bitcoin. Remember, I keep on talking about 101. Well, 101 is not going to play out right now because we are retracing, but that is actually good. And I'm going to tell you guys why that is good. Because if we end up dropping down to my 91K target, now, okay, so keep in mind, guys, when you hit the bottom, you're going to hit the top of the channel. So I don't see us coming back down to 88 because we never hit the top. So my 101 target would take us maybe a bit of a range a bit. Yeah, that would take us to about 101 to about 102, which would potentially take us again to the 800 SMA and the top of the Bollinger Bands. Okay, how about XRP? Large caps, right? Still, guys, all of the low cap coins, I told you guys, keep them in your back pocket. We are not bearish in the longer term here. So again, look, the trades are playing out. It's because of Total 3, right? Total 3 was a fake out. The only reason the altcoins actually went up is because Total 3 was ranging. I drew this the other day. and XRP hasn't done anything. But I will say I'll probably be longing XRP around possibly around 187. Right? Because we're breaking the uptrend here, or we're about to. Boom, right here, we're about to break that uptrend. If we break that uptrend at 206, we are going to drop all the way back down to 186, which should essentially happen here. Dark Scheme, happy belated birthday. I appreciate you. Look at that. XRP is going to be a dynamite short. Got some bearish dive. We break this area right here. We're coming down. Stacks, IP, XRP. Boom. Amazing short lining up here. If we're looking at our liquidity gaps here on XRP, I did go over Solana, but I'll go over it again. Actually, I have Solana in the chart. Oh, look, there's a buy signal in gold here. So Sol should come all the way back down to 137. Guys, we are just crushing the trades every single day. We're just crushing. 2026 is our year to make money. So make sure you guys are locked into this channel because I am dialed in. Maybe it's because I turned 30. I'm not sure, but I'm telling you, I'm dialed in. I feel dialed in. So when I feel dialed in, I'm dialed in. Discount low right here is breaking. You're looking at about 137 on Solana. Equilibrium is breaking too. You're going to break this, break a structure, right? So 137 area on Sol is where I'd be riding it to. We got XRP right here, right? About to break that support right here. So really, guys, after this right here, XRP is a dino short. You take it from 204, that 207 break, 204 probably. And honestly, guys, everybody should be taking this XRP trade. Everyone. Non-financial advice, guys. Everyone should be taking that XRP trade. You're looking at about 13% profit for the big players here. Even for the people that don't have big money, guys, XRP is looking good and about to roll over here. Stacks is absolutely dumping and about to roll over as well. And now that 1 hour is touching the bottom of that RSI. It's what we've been waiting for. But yeah, XRP is probably going to be my top trade if you're not in stacks. IP was my top trade as well too. I will definitely be getting along on XRP down here, okay? So Bitcoin's about to break the trend. Not surprised. Not surprised in the lightest, right? Bang, we're coming down. We haven't broken yet. We're about to. 91K would make my bingo card and Christmas card very happy. And I know Christmas is over. Has anybody watched that Sorry, guys. I'm really obsessed with a couple shows lately. Has anybody watched that Netflix show, What's in the Box, with Neil Patrick Harris? Oh, my gosh. Get me on that show. I play Family Feud, like screaming at the TV. What's in the Box is an amazing show. Go watch it right now. Go watch Fallout on Prime. Those are my top two shows, by the way. I got to learn to be patient. Trading is about transferring the impatient money to the patient. That is what trading is. So if you're not patient, you're transferring your hard-earned money to the patient. And the patient are hanging out on yachts, traveling, not really having a care in the world and just letting their bank account grow. So my target on XRP is about $1.88 to $1.87, $1.90 if you want to be extra cautious. Again, you can see Bitcoin trying to bounce off this trend line. You're going to see some volume come in. I don't feel like it is going to hold. Anything could happen, though. Hit that like button, guys. Run up the YouTube live. Let's go. If you're new to the New York session, if you're new to the channel, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. See, I like this a lot better doing a live at 9 because if I'm doing a live at 8, guys, I can't focus. There's too much back and forth everywhere. Too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't look at other trades. I will literally lose my mind. Just watch the latest EP of Fallout. I don't think, yeah. Yeah, Fallout is good. Fallout is good, guys. So we won on our 40x Bitcoin long. Remember, we did a really good long down here. If you guys are on beastlimitless.com, guys, join. Shout out to Moises crushing it. Look at that. Bang. Got out at 97.1. That was the top right there. All right, let's see what this trade is about to give us. The gift of giving, right? Double top is about to play out and break. So 32.9 would be my bottom, but if Bitcoin's breaking, guys, I can see this coming all the way down to the conversion line and actually coming all the way down to 23 cents. Now, would I be holding this to 23 cents? I don't know. Because the way I see everything else, we're dropping down to the conversion line. Actually, we're dropping a lot more. What am I talking about? I have to evaluate Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going all the way down to 91K, then that would be probably me riding it potentially. We'll have to see. We're pretty much almost at the bottom here, the 1 hour. One more hour, and this is really going to come down, or it should. Look, guys, look at how long this was consolidating for. This is absolutely unreal. I've looked at trades for a very long time, and I haven't seen this much consolidation on a 1 hour time frame to drive me absolutely nuts. But in the furthermore, you're breaking the 4 hour time frame here. Okay, sorry. You broke right here. You're technically about to break right here. You haven't broken yet, but it doesn't really matter because this is the bottom of that trend. So that means that stacks hypothetically should drop all the way back down to this low around 25. It should. Just depends how long you want to. I would be looking at taking profit around 30 or 32. But that will change if Bitcoin dumps. We just need BTC to break this uptrend here. And then our shorts will print money. Thank you guys all for joining the New York session live. I appreciate you guys. So we got 5 minutes left on this 4 hour candle close, guys. We haven't crossed over on the 4 hour yet. We're about to. If we get this cross on the MACD, Bitcoin's about to dump. Waiting for Bitcoin. What else do we have large caps? We have Ethereum. So if we look at Ethereum, Ethereum is doing the same song and dance here. And we're potentially going to see Ethereum drop all the way down to 3,100. Which, Yeah, so Ethereum's bouncing off this trend line here too. But I don't see it holding. I say we come all the way down to here. Anything could happen, of course. That 4 hour is about to drop. That bearish divergence on a 4 hour time frame is very, very I'm not going to say bearish, but it is very, you're not just to continue an uptrend with bearish divergence on a 4 hour time frame. I'd be very, very shocked. Now, obviously, you're going to have people longing a bit here. We came perfectly down to the trend line around 95.4. Getting a little bit of a retrace here on the 4 hour. So let's see if Bitcoin could hold it. That is a big pump right there. So we're definitely trying to hold it. Definitely try to hold this trend line, guys, because here's the thing. If you lose this trend line, we're going to have a big drop. This is and you've got bullish divergence here too. This is literally the last hurrah for Bitcoin. If we break this, we are coming down, at least in the shorter term, to about 91. Anytime you get a move like that too, guys, you can scalp. You can scalp long it. Okay, so you are bouncing off the trend line. And you've got literally 2 minutes left on the 4 hour close. Two minutes left on the 4 hour. Okay, so the buy signal on Bitcoin here. Now, if you're trying to catch a falling knife, by the way, and you're shorting or you're longing or shorting an uptrend, that is very tough to do. We're literally about to hit that top of resistance, guys, right here. So pretty much what Bitcoin did was bounce off that trend, bounce off that sideways right here. And now you're looking at pumping to about 97, literally 97 one candle. I'm not sure we hold it, but we'll have to see. Okay, 4 hour is officially closed. Well, if we're looking at the 4 hour, we are coming down on the 4 hour stochastic RSI. But if you're looking at here's the downtrend, okay? So this is the downtrend right here. We do have a very big fair value gap. Remember, this is a manipulation session for New York. So this is going to be the top, or it should be the top, because the 4 hour is pushing down. The 1 hour stochastic RSI is pushing down. The 1 hour MACD is pushing down. Fun and games in the New York session, guys. Set your stop losses and profit. If we break out of this, we come back up. Well, we go up to 99 at that point. Or you fake out. I don't feel like we'll break out, but again, anything could happen, right? Yeah, so you hit the top here around 96. So you bounced off your trend, but you have a little bit of a downtrend here. You're almost overbought in the 5-minute. Little bit of a pump before that 4-hour close to get a stop hunt in. ZBCN. Sure, let's see here. So ZBCN. Is ZBCN giving bullish signals? Little bit of a pump and dump there before that 4-hour close, guys. You had one big candle. So ZBCN. It is bouncing off the trend right here. And you do have resistance right here, but you do have a massive top on ZBCN here. If we're looking at our 4-hour channel, 4-hour is into the zero line still. 18 MACD is going down. Daily MACD is about to cross. I would say ZBCN is more ranging than anything. We're not really dropping. We're not really pumping. But yeah, I don't know. I would say ZBCN is more ranging than anything here. You're trying to bounce off of this channel, but if you don't, you're going to break out of this double top right here and come down, right? So I don't know if I'd be shorting or even playing ZBCN. Like it should, if it breaks out of here, it should come down to here. You do have a nice double top. But all I see ZBCN really doing at the moment is just ranging. All right, so we hit that top resistance. We're bouncing off that fair value gap. See what Stacks is doing here. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. All we're just really doing is back testing the let's see. Yeah, so we're oversold, but we're pushing down. And again, that 4-hour is coming down to the zero line, guys. So in the next 12 hours, if Stacks doesn't reverse here, which I don't think it will, you're about to see a massive dump happen on STX. And I'm talking drop, straight up drop. There is nothing saving Stacks at the moment. Nothing. Huge rounded top here. Look at that. Boom. Right there. That would be my take profit, but this could honestly come down to 29. Yeah, we don't get fooled when this happens. We don't get fooled in these sessions because it follows AMD. We know we're in manipulation. We also know we're in a downtrend. Well, we're in an uptrend, but we're about to break the uptrend. I've just become numb to the market movement, guys. So anytime I look at candle action, again, I've told people this over again, but I really want you guys to take this with the utmost hardcore, whatever you want to call it. I don't pay attention to price action. Should I? Maybe. Now, of course, I pay attention to bear flags and bull flags and all that, but this kind of momentum doesn't scare me because I know we're manipulation in New York. What I pay attention to is I pay attention to the bottom and I pay attention to the top, and that is it. Usually, I don't trade in the middle. And if you guys want to make massive money in crypto and massive money in trading and massive money in Forex, because we will be doing a lot of Forex on this channel, I recommend you guys don't trade in the middle. You just trade at the bottom, you trade at the top, or you trade at the break. The problem with the break is you need to find the actual trend, right? So we're in an uptrend right now on Bitcoin. That's the reality. We bounced off here, but we have resistance and our 5-minute is overbought. So until this trend breaks on Bitcoin, we are doing nothing, not a zip, zero. You're not going to see altcoins drop. You're going to see altcoins trying to recover. If Bitcoin breaks this area right here, then we are coming down to our 91K target. And it probably will happen today. But we just got to wait for New York. The MACD is about to turn over on the 4-hour. It hasn't yet. Your 2-hour has crossed. Okay. So your 2-hour has crossed on the MACD, which means essentially you're going down for another 1 hour here. MACD is the lagging indicator. So essentially you are dropping for another 3 hours. Okay. Hit that like button, guys. Let's run up the live. If you guys are making money in Beast Limitless Trading Community, 444 in the comment section below, guys. 444. So you guys are going to notice a lot of altcoins are flat right now. So if you guys are wondering why nothing is dropping, it is because Bitcoin just bounced off of a trend. Like even XRP, you're probably going to notice. Yeah, there you go. So XRP bounced off of our trend line right here. This is going to be a dino short on XRP. This is, besides Aave and besides Stacks, guys, this is going to be stacked for money. Like, if XRP breaks 204, XRP is dropping all the way down to 187. So XRP is going to be my top trade. Why? Because you can use lower leverage and you can make a lot of money, or higher leverage on the large cap. Just set your stop loss and profit ultimately, right? Shout out to everybody on the live, guys. If you're new to the channel, thank you. We've got this live trending right now. Appreciate everybody. I do want to look at ICP because I know ICP had a really big pump, but we did reject the conversion line. All right, let's look at ICP here. See, my short on ICP would have been 478. Remember, guys, the best advice I could give you is trading is transferring the impatient money to the patient. Okay, so ICP is about to bounce off this trend. Well, break trend. ICP is about to break the trend. So I could see internet computer, if we break this, I could see ICP, guys, dropping all the way down to 326. And isn't that a good short? We have to break this we have to break this uptrend right here. Yeah, if you break this uptrend, ICP is going to roll over if you break the uptrend. What are your thoughts on Clarity Act? I'm assuming no more KYC. Not too sure about the Clarity Act. I have to look into it. I do have to look into the Clarity Act. I heard about it, but I need to look into it more than. So set your alert, guys, on ICP around here, because this will drop very, very hard if it breaks. And we're looking at about 3 something. Look at Bitcoin, trying to fake everybody out right now. Bouncing off this fair value gap, overbought. 15-minute is oversold, so we range in this area a bit. So yeah, guys, nothing is really going to happen until we break this. Nothing is going to happen in the market. We're flat. We are absolutely flat in the market. Stone cold flat until we break this. Nobody's shorting and nobody's longing at the moment. Well, I'm shorting. I'm definitely shorting, but we'll see. If this breaks right here, I don't know. I would say this is going to continue dropping. If you look at your 1 hour, you've got your MACD dropping. If you look at your 4 hour, your 4 hours coming right down here before the 18-hour close. Your 18 hours very, very overbought with massive bearish divergence. You have about 1 hour and 46 minutes left here. Yeah, I don't see us pumping. No way. If we bust through this fair value gap, that is going to be an inverted fair value gap, essentially invalidating your longs. Stacks is coming up here a bit, but I'm not too worried about it because we're into the 4 hour. Again, guys, 8 hours, maybe 12 hours, and Stacks is going to come down like bricks over the next 24 hours, as long as we are below this 0 line, okay? All right, so we are at 1 hour here. Nothing is going to happen, guys, until Bitcoin breaks that trend. I did want to look at Cow Protocol. Did we come back inside of the channel on Cow? No, we didn't. So we did break out on Cow. Okay, here's the breakout on Cow. So we take this little uptrend right here. I can see Cow Protocol coming back down to about 22 if we do break the trend. And I probably will be longing Cow Protocol down here. Possibly. Yeah, so we did break the trend here on Cow. So it's possible we range in this area. But you might be able to find a short on Cow Protocol. Maybe, possibly. Low leverage. about here. That's about 10%. You're dropping on your 4-hour MACD. And your 18 hours very overbought with some bearish dives. So I would say Cal Protocol could come all the way back down to about 22 in that region. I would be looking at a long, guys, on Cal Protocol in that area, because if Cal Protocol comes down to there, we will drop. I wouldn't be shorting it yet. We have some bullish dive on it, but I would definitely be cautious for sure. But I'd be looking at 22 as my possible long. Okay, let's see if Bitcoin breaks out here. I'd be shocked if Bitcoin broke out, honestly. With how bearish that 4-hour is. But you did bounce off of trend. At 1 hour, it's pushing right down, though. There's nothing really saying we're bullish at the moment. Everything I'm looking for is bearish. So we'll have to see. But that's all I got for you guys today. Just kind of analyzing everything there, waiting for the market to do its thing. You have an 18-hour close coming up in 1 hour and 42 minutes, guys. So make sure you're looking at your MACD. Honestly, if you're in trades, wait for the fireworks to unfold. If you break 95,537, we are going to dump like bricks. Do not be longing if you break 95,537, whatever this low is right here. And then you're going to drop all the way back down to the POC around 90K. Okay. So appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And we will see you in the London live session today for about 1 a.m. 1 a.m. CST. And then no live tomorrow unless some craziness happens. We got a New York live tomorrow at 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. New York live. But Saturday, no live unless some craziness happens. And ultimately Sunday at 1 a.m. If you guys are not in beastlimitless.com, guys, join it. Yeah, see, Bitcoin's too weak right now. Join it and watch out for the trade setups and watch out for the direction of Bitcoin. And then I also do post a schedule and stuff like that as well. So hope you guys have an awesome day. Stop losses and profit. Protect your capital. And we will see you guys on the live tonight.